So now, you are an older gentleman, perhaps in your 40s, 50s, or even 60s. You've experienced life, overcome hardships, and gained your wisdom through experience. Then unexpectedly, a younger woman enters your world. She brings vitality, enthusiasm, and inquisitiveness. And somehow she offers you sincere interest, not just superficial courtesy. That sensation reignites something within you. It feels new. It feels thrilling. And this is precisely where most men start making subtle errors. When an older man feels drawn to a younger woman, something changes inside him. He begins to forget his worth. He overlooks his wisdom and inner fortitude. Instead, he starts changing himself. He tries to fit into her reality. He dilutes who he is. He becomes less centered. Gradually, he starts acting like a different person. And the instant that occurs, the connection shifts. She no longer perceives a confident man. She notices someone who is overcompensating, and the attraction starts to diminish. This is not about casting judgment. It is about mindfulness and discipline. You must safeguard your self-worth, your authenticity, and your poise. When you experience attraction, you need to remain centered. A composed man always acts deliberately. He does not pursue recklessly. He does not lose himself. What we are covering today are pitfalls to steer clear of. These are not merely dating advice. These are guidelines that protect your dignity. First, never pretend to be her age. You are not equal in life journey. Many older men try to copy younger habits. They alter their appearance. They attempt to keep up with fads. They behave as if they truly fit into her generation. But this undermines your standing. You lose what makes you distinctive. A woman can tell when you are overexerting. It feels forced. And that quietly erodes attraction. Your age is not a disadvantage. It is your foremost asset. You have endured pain, growth, and change. That builds presence. That builds substance. A younger woman does not require you to fake it. She is attracted to what she hasn't yet cultivated. Your composure, your self-assurance, your reliability. When you stop attempting to match her tempo and remain steady, you naturally become more appealing. Second, do not become her emotional crutch. Many men slip into this without realizing. She starts disclosing her struggles, her history, her feelings. And you listen. You wish to assist. You feel wanted. But slowly, you become her emotional dumping ground. She contacts you when she feels down. She confides everything. And you think this is intimacy, but it is not attraction. It is reliance. There is a clear distinction between being supportive and being exploited emotionally. A strong man hears her out, but he does not take on everything. He stays composed. He does not attempt to fix every issue. He does not forfeit his tranquility. If she brings emotional turmoil, you remain unshaken. That equilibrium is compelling. When you stay centered, she admires you more. When you turn into her emotional prop, she stops viewing you as a man. Third, never seek her reassurance. This is a very frequent error. You start offering more compliments. You anticipate her replies. You modify your conduct just to retain her interest. Over time, you begin chasing her approval. And this ruins your worth. The moment you rely on external validation, you forfeit authority. You quit guiding and start appeasing. And that shift is always perceived, even if it's never said aloud. A man who recognizes his value does not hunt for approval. He already respects himself. When you remain confident and centered, you do not need her approval. And that generates attraction. If she takes a while to respond, you keep occupied. You continue your life. You do not chase. You do not fret. You stay in command. And that is what preserves your worth and your commanding presence. Fourth, do not attempt to wow her. This is where many men mess up. They overanalyze. They strain too much. They want to deliver flawless remarks, but this builds tension. You become a person trying to win her over, and that erases your effortless confidence. A strong man does not perform. He takes charge. He makes choices calmly. He acts with direction. He does not need to prove anything. Leadership is understated. It is not flashy or forceful. It is about guidance and steadiness. You choose the destination. You express yourself clearly. You stay at ease. When you lead, she senses security. When you try to impress, she senses strain. That contrast changes everything. The more genuine and composed you are, the more she feels attracted to you. Real strength is uncomplicated and unwavering. Fifth, do not mentally construct a future too soon. This is a concealed mistake. You meet her, and your mind starts generating fantasies. You consider long-term prospects. You envision a life together. But this creates premature attachment. You stop perceiving reality clearly. You overlook red flags. You tolerate things you normally wouldn't. And this results in letdown because you become attached to a fantasy instead of the actual individual. Stay in the moment. Observe her behaviors. Do not hurry emotional bonds. Genuine connection.